Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's happening? Welcome back, and once again, it's that time. Yes, it's that time. It has dawned upon us for a brand new, fresh episode of Eddie G's Comic Culture. Thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, I'm your host, the one and only Eddie G, here bringing it to y'all live in effect as I usually do, always do. Um, letting y'all know what's going on. First of all, if this is your first time watching the show, welcome. This channel is dedicated to all things comic book and comic book related as well. Not just that, but as well, it's an entire. It's basically a celebration of pop culture. Um, Although it's very heavily comic book influenced, as well as comic book films and TV shows also. But I do discuss all sorts of. We discuss all sorts of movies from the past to the present, as well as music and television as well. Um, Before I get any further, I want to send my shout outs. First and foremost, the show is still sponsored by the great folks over at Black Apparel. Make sure you check out their website at www.blackapparelblk.com. They've got some brand new gear that I've been telling y'all to go switch. Y'all looking for something brand new? I'm telling you, the summer's coming up. They got some official swag for you guys to check out. Hot as some hot shit for y'all to go ahead and get some gear, man. Also, sending a special shout out to my brother Kevin for putting in the work on the show as well, and everybody in Jersey. Channel 3 Productions, my boy Pablo, Nerdy Blurb TV, as well as my Instagram family, Blu-ray Dan, and everyone else. Wins Collectibles. Make sure you guys are following up on that on Instagram as well as his YouTube channel as well. And Pronto Comics, Dennis Knight, of course. Check out his work, his Cross comic book. I believe the material's already on digital right about now. And shout outs to everybody, the whole world, man. Fuck it. Also, as we start off, and let me start off in the show. I got a few things I want to discuss in this episode. First of all, I hope y'all are having a great weekend, and hope you had a great one. Actually, if y'all didn't check out any movies, hopefully y'all did. As far as us was concerned, I got my review of the movie up on my channel, so make sure y'all check it out. Spectacular film, fabulous horror as well as suspense. So don't sleep on that. It's definitely something worthwhile for y'all to check out. Okay, so let's hop in along right up onto this. So I woke up this morning and yeah, I seen the announcement. I don't know if y'all seen it, but the announcement from Mark Hamill actually came in today, and fucking hey, what a hell of a that came out of left field. Apparently he's gonna be voicing Chucky in the new Child's Play reboot movie that's coming out in June this year. I don't know if y'all seen the trailer. I seen a teaser trailer for it. It's not really a good sell for me at this point. I was actually kind of intrigued when it was, when I didn't see it from before the initial trailer came out. I was actually kind of intrigued to watch the movie to see what it was going to be like, considering the fact that they were no longer having Brad Dourif voicing the doll, which was going to be a huge blow to me for the entire film because Brad Dourif was the voice of Chucky since forever. And for them to just take him off, it was just like, wow, whatever. But, it is what it is. And Mark Hamill, the voice of the Joker, yeah, Luke fucking Skywalker is going to be voicing Chucky in this movie. And I'm pretty sure, I don't want to be a dick, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be probably some similarities to the Joker voice. I mean, I don't know if he's going to make it sound something similar to what Brad Dourif sounded like. I would suggest if that was the case, if he could do that, to go right ahead and do so. But I'm now like this has been one hell of a seesaw of a movie because I was kind of on the fence about it from the beginning when they announced that they were going to reboot this shit, which really didn't need it in the first place, But Chucky has worked into the way of America's heart all over the world, actually. But yeah. So I was kind of on the fence about it. Then, as I seen the little teasers here and there on social media, it actually looked a little bit intriguing. And then it just went straight back to shit again as they dropped the teaser trailer. So now, with this announcement, it actually piqued my interest yet again because, of course, Mark Hamill, the voice of our childhood for God knows how long already, over 20 plus years. And it's a hell of. I'm still trying to process that shit. Like that's a hell of that was a hell of a mix for them to go ahead. That was a hell of a move for them to make, and especially for him actually. I never really saw him as, but cursing up a storm. I want to see that now. Like I want to see Mark Hamill like losing his shit. Like the last time I actually saw him go off was when he did was when he did Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and he was cock knocker. But other than that, like like I really want to know how. I really want to see how the other side of him being a sadistic madman, especially now that he's going to play a homicidal maniac, homicidal maniac killing doll in this movie. The only thing that sucks is that they're taking out the supernatural aspect of it. Apparently, it's going to be some bad like AI or whatever the case may be, and if y'all remember the original movies, like that was basically Chucky's whole goal was that Charles Lee Ray was he transferred his soul via the voodoo chant to the doll, and that was basically his whole gimmick was basically he was trying to get Andy so that he could transfer his soul into his, and therefore killing Andy in the process. So, but now this whole thing, I don't know what kind of a spin they're gonna put on it with that AI, or what the hell that's gonna, a lot's been kept under wraps, and for some reason I don't know why, considering how close the movie is to release. But then again, look at what happened with Shazam, so we don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, now I'm definitely interested. Now I wanna hopefully when they release the next trailer, it's gonna have a selling point for it, to it for me to go ahead and say like, that's gonna be a movie I'm gonna see. Maybe that might be a day one for me. Fucking. But until then, like it still has a lot to sell with me. Even with the good, that was a hell of a plus that they did today. So thumbs up on getting Mark Hamill for voicing the doll. But I need to see some more shit. You're not selling me with that teaser. So that being said, moving right along. Some other news came out today. If y'all haven't, I don't know if y'all have heard. I'm pretty sure all of y'all heard it by now. Arrow is coming to its end. Um, Not just Arrow, but also Agents of Shield. But this coming season, the eighth season, will be the final season for Arrow, and Agents of Shield will also be at their final season coming up as well. Now, with today's announcement, it has to deal with Arrow. Apparently, Emily Beckett Rickards. I'm sorry, her last name is a little. I always confuse her last name. Felicity Smoke from Arrow apparently will not be returning for the final season, and I'm a little surprised at that, considering how much of an influence she was on the show, and how much the show kind of that. I'm gonna be real honest with you. That's a little bit of a hell. That was a hell of a move, considering that the show. It really took a turn on her. Like it really took a turn, and depending on where, I mean, it's subjective. Personally, I wasn't too crazy about it when the show decided to revolve around Oliver and Felicity's relationship. A lot of it, I actually stopped watching it. I'm not. Let me cut the shit. I actually stopped watching the show around the fourth season because of that. Because apparently they were really playing into that Oliver, what were they calling it, the Felicity coupling. To me, it really went. I just couldn't find. I didn't find the appeal in that at all. I thought it was just a little tacky. It was just like if they're going to use her, like honestly, I never understood as to why when the show started they never had her cast perfectly. She was a perfect casting for fucking Black Canary for the season for the CW. Considering that the show where it was coming from and where they were going, I felt like she was actually perfect casting for Black Canary. But unfortunately, they didn't go that route. So now. Considering that the show really, the writers and the producers really took the show and revolved it around their couple, them as a couple, the fact that she's actually leaving kind of bothered me, in a way, like, that's kind of fucked up, because, the eighth season apparently isn't even going to be a full season. It's going to be maybe, 10 or 12 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I read somewhere back, but it's definitely not going to be a full season. So, considering that, I would have thought that they would have kept her around, or maybe she just bolted on her own. I'm not too sure what the details are at this point, but all I know is that she won't be coming back for the season 8 for the final season. And whether if she did decide to walk off after this, I thought that was a little bit of a sour play, considering that, as I said before, reverting back to my previous statement, that I mean, with all the shit that they've done revolving around them as a couple, I think that she could have at least, she should have at least stuck it out for this one. But if it's not up to her, then that really sucks, and it sucks that they kind of closed the chapter out like that. But yeah, that was a hell of a swiping news today. It hurt. It affected quite a bit, considering that she was there from. I mean, you gotta understand, like, she was there from the very beginning, and I know quite a few of you guys out there who are fans of the show are probably taking a hit, the same way as I did too. But then that really kind of was a excuse me. That really was kind of like a bullet to the gut with that one. So I was really sad, and hopefully she does a lot better, and hopefully whatever project she goes to, and it's coming down to a lot of people are leaving, man. This is crazy. A lot of people are leaving. Apparently the entire show, almost the whole cast of The Walking Dead is finally gone. Michonne won't be coming back. I guess because she's finally got those MCU checks. Not to be a dick, but at some point, like the actress who plays Michonne, I heard she's leaving as well. Quite a few people are leaving, man. There's a lot of people leaving their shit. It's kind of crazy, but either way, it's thankfully, the show had a great run. I'm not gonna lie, 8 seasons is a hell of a good show for Arrow, and I'm wondering when the hell they're gonna pull the plug on The Walking Dead, because the favor's already done. Honestly speaking, like nobody, like there's no. Like there, other than like the only thing that's really been making news out of The Walking Dead this season was the news that everybody of all the characters that were leaving the show. Personally, I just I don't know what the strategy is with that, but apparently like it looks I don't know if it looks like it might be on the horizon of closing the final chapters on that shit too. And it's and rightfully so. I mean, the show's going on for quite some time, and it's really heading nowhere to me personally speaking, I mean, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, then more power to you. I used to be a fan of the show myself, but then I got tired of it as well. It was just too much nonsense, too many fillers, and all that other stuff. It really wasn't for me anymore, honestly speaking. I got turned off with a lot of the stupid, a lot of the shit a lot of the pacing of the show really started to turn me off in the later seasons. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not watching this anymore. I shut it off for quite some time. Actually, I shut it off The Walking Dead like halfway from I think it was the halfway point was season 7. Yeah, halfway into season 7, I gave up already. I didn't give a shit. But yeah, so quite a few people. That was a hell of a bit of news today. And what else is coming up? Let me take a look around here as we breeze through. Oh, Birds of Prey. Yeah, Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey looks like it's having its cameo from Joker. I thought they were finally going to be done with the Jared Leto Joker shit. Personally, I don't know. I really don't. I hope it's not. I just hope that they start to reboot a lot of this shit, because I'm just. I don't know. I don't know. I just, Jared Leto didn't really have a good shot at what he was supposed to bring to the table. Given the material from the last Suicide Squad movie, we all know how I feel about that. How do I feel about honestly, Birds of Prey is like one of the least expected, one of the least films that I'm really looking forward to. As far as I don't really think I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all right now, maybe if I can't, no bullshit. I might catch it because I know I'm pretty familiar with the characters. I'm pretty familiar with Huntress, and if you read Batman throughout the last 25, 30 years or so, you have to be familiar with Huntress, and of course Black Canary, and of all fucking people, Harley Quinn. But whatever. I guess they're gonna be oversaturating the market with her now. But at this point, yeah, like I wasn't really too clean. I wasn't really too keen on it. I was kind of like, who cares? Jared Leto's returning the Joker. Like, I'm really not even, especially now with Joaquin Phoenix's take on the role coming out this year as well too. Like, I really don't give a shit now about Jared Leto's Joker. I could care less about his version of the Joker unless they give like an entire overhaul of his character from what Suicide Squad was until now. I really could care less I couldn't care less as to what the hell as to what happens with Jared Leto's Joker. I'd rather they just wipe him off existence and, fuck it, tie him down to Infinity War and say he got lost with the snap. Who gives a shit? But yeah, it was pretty. Like, I really didn't care at all for his Joker, and especially, like I said, now with Joaquin Phoenix's version about to hit theaters in October, I couldn't care even less about his version of the show. So hopefully we get some sort of a teaser as to what Birds of Prey is gonna be bringing to the table soon. Because right now I'm not really too keen on that film. But we're not even that far off from the Joker's release, and we still haven't even gotten an official teaser trailer for that film as well. So hopefully and that's one of the most I'm actually intrigued to see. But yes, it's looking great, and man, I really am hyped. I'm still hyped about Shazam, fucking certified fresh, 93% in Rotten Tomatoes, coming out this Friday. It's gonna be a day one for me. Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, it was a pretty exciting day today. So with that being said, I'm gonna close up this episode. Of course, you guys already know the deal. Hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, you already know what's popping. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of my views on this episode. Let's engage in the conversation. Hit me up in the comments section and I'll hit you up. I'll respond right back as quickly as possible. And also make sure you turn on those post notifications when you subscribe to this channel as well. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a great week. I hope you had a great weekend. And I'll see y'all next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace and love.